Hi, my name is Corey Reeser, and I wrote my first class reflection for the first two courses we had. I've been trying to use Screencast for this project, and it won't upload to Blackboard, so I'm going to try using YouTube and see if this process works any better, because that's really what I've used in the past. So I wrote out two short paragraphs regarding our first two class sessions. So I'll read that first and then give some insight into what I think. So looking back on our first session, we introduced ourselves and what kind of teachers we aspired to be. We went over what elements that would be involved during the course, along with discussing what the course entails. Not much was done in terms of content development as educators because of the classroom outline and discussion. This coursework and insight from the instructor seems to be very insightful, and I'm excited for the course because I will be able to use much of the material in my own classroom. So basically what excites me about this class is that I finally see application in what I'm doing with the material that I'm being provided, because in previous courses I was learning things that were more applicable to elementary school, so K through 6th grade. I wasn't really learning strategies that I felt I could apply in my own classroom. So this is actually one of two courses I'm taking this semester to where I'm actually looking at the content and saying that yes, I will be able to apply this as an educator for high school seniors, because there is a big difference in application of certain things when you're dealing with 18-year-olds as opposed to 10 to 15-year-olds. Their maturity level is different, and their willingness to work is far exceeds expectations as opposed to giving more instruction to younger students. So the second class was more insightful, going through an overview of Google Earth and how the project should be conducted. Both professors offered an extensive overview of why this project is required, along with many of the benefits that come with understanding the demographics of a geographic area in which an individual is teaching. My wife was in the hospital during this course, so I was unable to stay for a portion of the class. I missed the theme section, which Gavin and Rubio provided an overview of the history of education. From what I can tell so far, this class will be extremely beneficial to myself as a teacher because we are learning things I can actually learn in the classroom, which I discussed from the first paragraph. My biggest complaint about the education program had to do with the information I was learning because I could not use it in the high school classroom. This course, however, completely changed my view of the education program. I can actually apply the strategies and philosophies that I am learning in the course directly into my own classroom. I cannot wait to see what is next because this course gives me the motivation I need to be an effective teacher. So basically, giving an overview, I missed the portion of a history of education, and I'm kind of bummed because that would have been very interesting. But the pedagogy unit, or the pedagogical aspect of this class, is really important to me because I came from a very different area than I'm teaching. And also using Google Earth will give me great insight into into what types of ethnicities are in the area, because I only guess that it's mostly Hispanic, when that is actually a very broad thing to say. I mean, what is Hispanic? Are they from El Salvador, Ecuador, Mexico? So I have to be able to open my mind and take in new information. That way I can tailor my individual lessons according to the ethnic background of these students. So for example, if I have Hispanic Americans, the Mexican American War would be something that would interest them because it ties both their ethnic history to their country's history that they're currently living in. So these are things that are important to know for me as a political science teacher. So all in all, the first session we went over the course outline and what the course entails. In the second session, Google Earth, a mini overview of the course again, and then the facilitation by Gavin and Rubio on the history of education.